Hey guys, it's your boy TG, and thank you for joining another edition of Goode Gotcha Entertainment. Boy, oh boy, wait, do I see more equipment? Hold on, something's going on here. It's all over the place. I mean, but one thing, it was donated by a family, so I will say kudos to Gma and Grandpa for helping out. But then not only that, I mean, you guys are back here with us one more Thursday, and last week you saw us on a different note, which it was hitting within, as that book is still out, and she's having a brunch also, and you'll see TG there by video, doing a little motivational talk. But hey, let's get right into it. Did anybody that lives on the East Coast, if I would say, I'm not going to tell you particularly where we are, but I'm going to say this is, it was a little chilly outside. I mean, I'm just letting you guys dial in, but hey, if you guys are in the comments and you live near close by on the East Coast, hey, your friends over here was a little cold this morning. I almost put a coat on. And speaking about that, Cam, I told you I got apparel over here. That's the best thing on the ocean. And when I was going in, I was just like, it might as well be prepared. I put this in my car today, and it's like Super Bowl champions, what Green Bay's going to do today. And if we do go back into another pandemic or disaster that we saw in the last half a century, I can kind of mask up if I need. But no, in other words, hey, the weather turned.
Apologize for his nonsense. We're just starting. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm just over here like trying to figure out like, hey, what's going on? Like, I don't know. I'm like sitting outside like, hey, can I get a coat? Can somebody give me a coat, please? And I was like, oh, excuse me, I have a coat. Sorry. But then not only that, jumping into the show today, we got a lot to talk about. But hey, I'm going to slide it over to my man with the plan, Cam. Cam, how you doing?
I'm doing great, baby. I ain't going to lie to you. It is my Friday. I got a 3-day weekend. I cannot wait for this weekend. I can get drunk and I can watch some college football. I don't think y'all understand how long I've been waiting for this, because the boys down in Death Valley are coming for blood. We got a new quarterback at the helm of our offense. My young man, Cade Klubnik. Get familiar with that name. He will be a Heisman hopeful this year. I promise you that. We will win the ACC, and we may even compete for one of those spots for a national title. Do not be surprised. You heard it first from Cam with the plan. I promise y'all, man.
Look, I'm going to tell you this. I mean, I don't have no disrespect about your Clemson Tigers, but I mean, I hope you guys have a great season. I mean, I follow college football. I might not be the biggest guy on it, but I mean, I follow those Virginia Tech Hokies. And I mean, those guys here, I mean, it's a legacy that goes down in Blacksburg. And I mean, we'll see later on this season, Virginia Tech and UVA, that'll be a rival game within, we know. And we see Virginia Tech and ODU face off in Blacksburg later on, but we'll talk about college football here shortly. But no, get into the mixture here. I mean, we got a lot of things to conversate about within not only new contracts in the mixture, players sitting out, players not really going to play this year. And then I heard in the mix, Cam, that I saw early on social media, Green Bay was actually interested in going after Jonathan Taylor. I mean, why did you wait? What took you so long? But I mean, that's another thing for another dollar, and I'm gonna leave them for that, because you didn't get him yet, and he's still sitting on the Colts roster. But let's get right into it. Talking about people going to a new team, as we saw TJ Hawkinson with not only the Lions midway through the season, or at least another season before that, but talking about the tight end category. I mean, you have receivers and what they do, but you got the big guy that's on the end as well, maybe two, depending on the offensive package. But TJ Hawkinson got a historic deal with the Minnesota Vikings, 4 years, up to $68.5 million. Cam, can you tell me how the hell did that happen? And then secondly, what's such big deal about TJ Hawkinson?
Well, first and foremost, we have to remember that these players are getting paid based off their value to the team. Not every player, but majority of these players, they come in with these crazy contracts, or they earn these crazy contracts based off what they bring to the table. In my opinion, I don't have TJ Hawkinson as a top 5 tight end in the league right now. So I'm not going to pay him as if he's a top 5 player, tight end wise at least. However, if if Minnesota believes that that's their guy to an extent, you have to, go with the guy. I mean, you have Justin Jefferson. They drafted a rookie wide receiver, I think Jordan Addison from I think USC, which is a nice little, a Batman Robin duo type thing for Kirk Cousins. Then you have Hawkinson, so it's like, okay, well, let's see what y'all can do because y'all fell to us last year, and I know your dad's a old fan, but y'all fell to the G-men for a reason. Y'all were all hyped up and whatnot, but y'all couldn't get the job done because your boy Kirk Cousins cannot play in primetime games. That's a whole different conversation for a whole different day. TJ Hawkinson, he deserved every dollar that he got paid because of what he does for the Vikings. He's not a Kittle. He's not a Goddard. He's not a Kelsey. He's not an Andrews. But what he brings to the table for Minnesota does hold some type of value for them. So, do I agree with the contract? Hell no. Hell no. However, I understand why they paid him that type of money.
Look, I understand that too, and I mean, you got Justin Jefferson over there, and then they released, gosh, I forget his name every time. The Adam Thielen. I mean, he was a secret weapon. I mean, he was a secret weapon within itself to get the free up space that Jefferson needed on the other end. But not only that, talking about TJ Hawkinson, I mean, he was a fantasy football legend for a while, and I mean, a secret weapon. And then not only that, you look at the Vikings. I mean, you got Kirk Cousins back there. I mean, talking about a Tony Romo like quarterback. I mean, he could be consistent as far as my left shoe to my right shoe. But one thing I will say is, I mean, he do got a stupid mustache going on that I don't know if he lined it up correctly or not. I'm not saying anything, but not only talking about more like the TJ Hawkinson. I mean, great deal for him. I mean, 4 years, $68.5 million potentially coming out of that deal. I mean, we got some Viking fans in the house. I would like to see what they like to say about it in the comments, and definitely we'll keep in touch. And now that we have that access to seeing you guys' comments and knowing what you guys would like to say, you guys ring in about your teams. Ring in that week 1 is coming around the boards, and not only week 1 is coming up, we're going to see football coming up next Thursday night. And we're going to see a head hitter or a headhunter coming out of that first game of the season. But let's get into more topics. I see there's some Dallas Cowboy fans in the house, and I know one thing about Dallas. They can't even get a playoff game or a playoff win if they tried. And if they did get to the playoffs, I'm not going to say much. But no, in other news, Cam, Jerry Jones, he's just in the hot seat with the whole damn organization because he's the owner and he's doing owner moves, as Jerry Jones has now not consulted with not only the head coach but his number one playmaker, well, playmaker if you want to call it, Dak Prescott. I mean, we all think he might be out after this season because he might not get that extension either. They got Trey Lance. How about that? I mean, the young star that he could potentially be if he's healthy, quote unquote healthy. But then Dak Prescott, I mean, boy, oh boy, he's throwing more interceptions than he's throwing touchdowns in training camp. But he comes out and say, I'm not throwing any more interceptions, guys. I promise you. Hey, I'm telling you, Cowboy fans, look back to Tony Romo. He looks good on commercials. But also, I want to go to that point, Cam. What does this mean? Jerry Jones came out and basically said, I have to consult with who? I'm the owner. And my crew pays the money around here. Now, not only that, what does that look forward to Dak Prescott? I mean, his season, he's in the hot seat, if we want to call it.
Well, I wouldn't say Dak's in the hot seat in regards to like anything soon. But I do believe if he doesn't get himself together over the next, 2 years, we may see a shakeup at quarterback. I mean, he's been there for almost 10 years now? How long has Dak been in the league? He's in the league for 10 years.
He's been there for some time because, I mean, Tony Romo got injured, and then look after that. I mean, that back injury for Tony Romo kind of sent him out the door in Dallas.
So think about it. So you have 2 playoff wins in what, 10 years?
Yep.
I mean, realistically speaking, Jerry's pissed. I mean, you're America's team and you're expected to win. I mean, y'all run around parading, talk about we them boys, we them boys. You talk about the Super Bowls and whatnot. But when we're talking about current time, y'all have had 4 playoff wins in the past 25 years. But we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, I just personally feel like it was a good trade for Dallas. You know, Trey Lance, he's a special talent. And you may not say that, you may not agree with me, but if Kyle Shanahan, one of the smartest offensive coaches in the league, decided that, you know what, I'll go ahead and I know he sat out a whole year due to COVID, but we're still going to trade up after him. He saw something special. He saw something very special in the kid. And maybe, I mean, he got hurt. I mean, injuries happen. But, bro, if he can tap in, he could be something special. But he's a third damn string. You're sitting behind Cooper Rush. Remember that kid? Oh, it's rush hour. He let us a 4 wins out of 5 when Dak was hurt. We don't care about that nonsense anymore. So now you got Dak, you got Cooper, and you got Trey. Could I see Lance stepping in? Yes. Because in my opinion, Lance is a dual threat quarterback. Cooper Rush is a pocket quarterback. The league is transitioning into dual threat quarterback. So can I see him taking that step to potentially be the next quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But if he's the quarterback, if he's a brand new quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, that means Dak is gone and Mike McCarthy's gone. They're both gone.
Oh, for sure. No doubt in my mind. Hey, but look, I didn't even get to turn on the Dallas Cowboy voice today because I'm not going to even do that to Dallas fans. But you guys got a long season ahead of you guys. I wouldn't even utter the words of, Super Bowl, but I wouldn't even utter the words of playoffs. I mean, one of the things is, I don't see it happening, Cam. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen in my books, and I just can't see that happening. The Cowboys are just the Cowboys every season. They do the same old thing, just a different day. And I mean, I know you got Dak back, but look at all the interceptions he's throwing just in training camp, for Christ's sake. I mean, he can't even, he don't know who his man is, and they got different colors on. So think about going to a game inside of Dallas and inside of AT&T Stadium. But we'll figure it out. Let's see. Dallas fans, if you think differently than Cam and I, just let me know in the comments. I'm going to see it, and I'm going to let you know how I feel about what you're doing.
I'll say this, though, before we change topics. I do think, I'm a Giant fan saying this, I do think that the Cowboys will win the division, but I don't know what they'll do in the playoffs. And I say that based off what Philly lost last year. We'll make the playoffs as a wild card team, yes. But because of what Philly lost on the defensive side, you can't replace experience with youth. Experience that was in the Super Bowl compared to youth coming fresh out of college. That's that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm there.
Dallas has gotten better this year, bro. I can't deny it. I'm not saying they're Super Bowl bound, but what I'm saying is don't be surprised if they do something crazy like 10 plus wins this year and then make a crazy run of the. I mean, in the NFC, bro, realistically speaking, who is in their way besides the Eagles and the 49ers?
Well, in the NFC in their own division, or are you talking about in the NFC all the way around?
All the way around, because think about it.
Look, I'm going to have to stop you there, Cam. I'm going to have to stop you there because you know who's in their damn way. It's sweet baby love, and it's the Green Bay Packers that's in their way, and that's what's going to stop them. If they do get to the playoffs, it's going to be Green Bay staring them down in Lambeau Field with Jordan Love, the kid that actually didn't even toss an interception in the preseason and actually did pretty damn good. I mean, I'm just saying.
Quick question.
I'm just saying.
How much have you drank today?
No, I haven't drunk a thing. I drank some water, but that's about it. And that was water, and that was the only clear thing that I had. But I'm going to tell you one thing: it's going to be Jordan Love It's gonna be Aaron Jones, and it's gonna be the boys sitting there behind him. Did you see that our 53-man roster just came out and they did what they could do? I mean, look, Viking fans just start tapping into our network here, and I'm gonna tell you guys one thing I'm gonna see is you guys are not going to do anything, Viking fans. Who else is it? Chicago Bears. You guys are first on the list of getting owned without Aaron Rodgers. We're going to own you still in week 1, and then the Detroit Lions. Who are you guys? Yeah, I'm disrespectful today. They're not going to beat us, Cam. That's one disrespectful state. That's you so damn disrespectful. You're disrespectful. You talking about who is his name? Oh, Jared Goff coming into our house. I know they stopped us from making the playoffs, but damn sure Aaron Rodgers didn't want to be there. I mean, he tossed the interception to end the game. I mean, I'm just saying. But now we got Jordan Love. It's a total different era, total different season. I think Jordan Love's going to do some magic in Green Bay. I think it'll go really good. Starting week 1, you're coming out to the Shark Tank and start choking people with cheese. Look, I'm coming on here. My cheese head and everything's ready. I already got my long sleeve because it might be like a little chilly, light parts of the fall.
Fondue out of your head. I'm confused.
How I say again?
I thought we made fondue out of your head.
No. That cheese is still sitting over here. It wasn't really eatable. And then we got some Commander fans. Look, I'm seeing that the Commander fans are popping up, and I got a conversation about them too coming up here. But I did catch a glimpse of Pittsburgh Steelers fans talking about Pittsburgh. I mean, Heinz Field, if that's still the name, I think. I don't know if they changed the name or not, so don't come after me. But look, I just is what it is. I like Duke's mayonnaise. I don't like you guys' mayonnaise. But I mean, endorse me for that if you want. But in the meantime, Pittsburgh Steelers, you guys and Kenny Pickett is hot in the preseason. I mean, you guys came out and who was it? The Falcons? Wait, what team was that the other night? Was it the Falcons? It was. They dubbed them. They put them out of the game. I mean, all around from 1st to 4th, they didn't even let them score a damn field goal. I'm like, what? And then not even on top of that, Kenny Pickett. Can we talk a little bit about that guy? I mean, he's doing what he got to do. And I mean, not only that, Cam, I got to do it because I'm an HBCU graduate. Virginia State University has a running back on the staff. Now, am I surprised by that? Yeah, well, kind of so in the NFL. But Darius Higgins, I mean, this kid was fantastic with his 4 years there. I mean, I called some of his games at Virginia State. But, I mean, seeing him actually on the field and getting shouted out during the game, that was pretty damn good to see that from my alma mater. But talking about Pittsburgh, Cam, I mean, they're hot. Will they stay hot? And then on top of that, there's a new sheriff in town. Do you believe? I know it's too early to call this, and we got a lot of football to go because we're only starting week 1 next week. But do you see Pittsburgh possibly in the playoffs?
Yes, bro. Because that's a Mike Tomlin-led team still, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Kenny Pickett had a rough season last year. He was a rookie. Wait, was he a rookie? He was a rookie last year.
I believe so. Yes, I believe so.
So you're coming in to a brand new system. And now you have to transition from being a college quarterback to a professional quarterback. You don't see many rookies who just go like this. They hit the ground running, they take off. You don't see that. He had his ups, he had his downs. But that second half of that season said a lot about that kid. I'm high on Kenny Pickett. He came from the ACC. I watched him play. He put up big numbers. But he is still in a very tough division.
It is a very tough division, but look, I'm going to tell you two things. I'm looking at these comments. Boy, oh boy, these Cowboys and these Washington Commander fans are sure going blow for blow right now, and it's pretty spicy. I mean, I like that you guys are spicy in the actual chat here because that is fantastic. I mean, you guys got a 2-hitter coming up throughout the season, and I'm looking forward to see that. New ownership in Washington. You guys making me kind of flip my script here, and I don't even have you in the script today, but you guys keep talking it up, Dallas fans, and also those Commanders. Pittsburgh, show me some love in the comments because I know you guys are there. You guys are saying go Steelers. I mean, hey, I'm all there with you because you guys are not on my side of the park. If I had to have an AFC team, well, I guess I don't know if I'll pick. I don't know who I'll pick. But Cam, we're not going to go there today. That's a different comment, different because I'm straight to the Green Bay Packers. But looking at this, Cam, I mean, not throwing the subject to a different ballpark here, but Talk about the XFL before we go into week one conversation. I mean, the XFL are throwing some players into the Shark Tank with the NFL. I mean, we talked about this some time ago, potentially being a G League of the NFL. And at first, people were like, ha ha ha, you think so? Will they crumble for the third time because of Vince McMahon and the second time, the two times he had? But let me see this. Do you think the XFL becomes, or if they already have, because there's been 10 plus players at least dropped into the pool, do you think they become the G League of the NFL?
I wouldn't say the G League per se, but I feel like it'd be like a feeder system, and I think them as well as the CFL, the Canadian Football League, they to an extent come together and they'd be like a feeder system to the NFL. I would love it if the NFL and the XFL could kind of do something together, like come to some type of agreement where, like in the NBA has the Gatorade League or whatever you want to call it. I like that. So if the NFL could somewhat do that as well as give some funds to the XFL so that they could get more coverage. They can get, I wouldn't say better facilities per se, but they'd have more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all people need is money. You can do a lot of things when you have money and support. So you get that money and support, you have no clue what type of talent you can find. But the only issue is when it comes to the NFL, bro, for football, the roster spots are limited. Realistically speaking, either on the offensive side, defensive side, or your special team.
Boy, oh boy. Look, I'm not throwing that topic there, but special teams, boy, oh boy, you see what we have coming up for some special guests to talk about special teams. That'll come throughout this season as we'll let things pan out because special teams in the first week, they kind of got their ducks in a row because guess what? All they do is, well, I'm not disrespecting kickers or punters, but all you do is kick the damn ball. But it's harder than what it look. I'm not saying that, Cam, like that. And my buddies and stuff over there that are punters, don't take nothing personal to that because I probably can kick maybe a 20-yard field goal. But outside of that, you got me. Like, I mean, and it probably won't go straight the first time. You might have to give me like some take two action. I mean, you guys are pros. I mean, I'm not disrespecting the placement, Cam. I'm not disrespecting their position because that's a special person to do that role. Not everybody can do that because it looks easy, but when you actually go up there and land the laces up and try to kick a football, it's like, wow, you actually really do some fundamentals. That's a shout out to my man Craig Peterson over there, the IFL champion of this year. He'll be coming on the show later, not today, but he'll be coming on the show throughout the season. We'll see what he got to go, and then not only that, I got some other good stuff coming on with people in different sports industry realms as far as the Olympics and stuff like that. So we'll talk about that later on, or we'll get those people throughout the season. But I do want to, before we jump into, I'm going to bring you not only into the fact that Trust Goode will be joining Another Sports View presented by WVST because women love sports too. TG will making his return there coming up next week, I believe next Tuesday with the lovely ladies of WVST. I will be there. And then not only that, well, you know, women love sports too. But Cam, back into Good Gotcha Entertainment. Look, a commercial-free zone, as I would call it, and we'll be bringing up Cam B. Preppin. We'll get him a spotlight to share a little bit here later in the show about what he got going on and where you can follow him. But Cam, to keep this show on the road here, we're talking about week one, and we got some spicy games coming up, and we'll talk about them more in detail next Thursday. But one game that brought interest to me when I'm searching around the shop to see what I want to break down today is those Jets. Boy, oh boy, the Giants put some pressure the other night for at least the first quarter in that drive against Aaron Rodgers, even though he had a little bit of trash talk from your defensive lineman, and they got into it on the hard knocks as you see that. But it was good. It was good. It was, yeah.
Because we need to let people know who's the real football team in New York.
Look, I want to look, Cam. I want to take a break because I not a break right here, but I want to take a moment to look into the comments as I see the Pittsburgh Steelers fans are coming into the house. They're talking about Pickett and Pickens, and they stand healthy, and they said they got this season. If they do, that is right. But then also, I just want to shout out a little bit of people in these comments. Hey, folks, I see you guys in here. Helen Jones, hey, Auntie, I see you, Cowboys. Hey, Dee Dee, I see you. You're in the comments. Mom Dukes, much love to you. I see you there with those Commanders. Pokey, I see you out there. Hey, go Steelers, folks. And then Grandma, hey, much love to you as always. Pickens will have that rocking and rolling. Pops, I know Captain Kirk. I know you're in the house, and I know you're seeing that. Hey, we got a long list. Dan, boy, oh boy, much love to you there. Hey, I would keep going, but I'll be here all night. Auntie, Aunt Mona, I know you're there. I see it. I don't know your football team, though. But Cam, much love to you, Cam. Love you back. Look, Marco Polo's in the house. He's in the comments. Boy, oh boy, we got to get him back in the house. He loves those Ravens. Look, I am seeing these comments, Cam, and it's taking me from the show. But, I mean, in the same sense, look, I'm going to go back to the show. But looking at week one, talking about the Bills and the Jets, hitting it off. I mean, how much does this one game mean for not only Aaron Rodgers but the Jets? I mean, they've been talking it up here shortly.
I mean, it's a division game, bro. Week one, you have a division game. You made all these moves. You signed a Hall of Fame quarterback, and you gave him all his list of demands. You gave him everything that he wanted, except for Devontae Adams. And now you need to do something with it. It's cool. Y'all got Hard Knocks. Amazing. Fantastic. You're getting to Hollywood. Welcome to New York, baby. Great. I'm happy for y'all. But now it's time to play some football. I'm not saying that they can't beat the Bills, but if they beat the Bills, that's a punch in the mouth to everybody in the AFC. It is.
Look, it is.
Especially that division, but in the entirety of the AFC, A-Rod could come up with a discount double check.
Look, I will tell you one thing. It'd be damn sure disrespectful he come out there. Look, I got to shout out. Look, Latavia's in the comments too, Cam. You know how we feel about that. Much love to you. Dallas Cowboys, we know they're in the house and they're always lurking out there in the comments for me. They look, I got to get an escort to the car every night I go to the car because I feel like Dallas might be out in the parking lot. I'm just saying. But look, so on, Cam, look, talking about those Jets, boy, oh boy, I agree with you. Something's in the water this season because me and you are sure agreeing a lot. I think we're drinking the same Hennessy. But look, Hennessy, if you want to bring us on, you can sure reach out to us at Trust Goode on Instagram and Cam be prepping.
Out to me personally.
You can reach out to Cam. He will surely be a great brand ambassador for you. Ciroc, here I come. But in the meantime, if you want to do that, the ABC store, make sure you check out Virginia ABC on the East Coast. But in the meantime, talking about the Jets, I mean, boy, oh boy, I mean, I just see with them, man, if Rodgers stay healthy, after seeing you guys put kinks in the course the other night, even though it didn't look the most beautiful that they scored, but I mean, they could be something. I mean, it was pretty decent for them. But they're going against the Buffalo Bills. We'll definitely see that. And then not only that, Josh Allen on the opposite side of the ball. See what the hell he's capable of doing because he's had some fires put out during the season that, I mean, I'm just kind of concerned about him. Not badly like that, Cam. Not disrespecting Josh Allen, but I'm kind of
There's no disrespect, but I agree. I personally don't believe that everything is good relationship-wise with Stephon Diggs and him. We all saw the temper tantrum last year. We did. We all saw it. But I personally don't think that everything's been amended. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And that game will be a little. I think it'll be a little firefight if both of those offenses get started. I mean, we could see both of them kind of go on the ground and in the air because Rodgers and Josh. I mean, they both are kind of. They're got some wheels. I mean, they're not the fastest. I'm not saying they're Lamar or nothing like that, but I mean, you sure can't leave Rodgers out there by himself because he'll get about 10, 15 on you if you let him just sit back there and think about it. And boy, oh boy, I'm looking to see. I hope they got a good season. I hope a lot of those individuals have some great success between the AFC side. And not only that, DeMar Hamlin, I hope he have a great, successful season returning after seeing what we saw last season. I mean, we never thought he would come back or be back on the field, but boy, oh boy, we see this man out there making tackles. That's another story for another day. But look, guys, look, I got to do it again. Hey, TG will be back in the boards again, in the room with the ladies. Boy, oh boy, hey, it's going to be a blast. Another sports view. Women love sports too, because they really do. TG will be out there next Tuesday. I'll be the co-host on that show. You'll catch me there Tuesday, and you'll catch me back on GGE during Thursday. But look, people in the comments, Cam, trying to figure out what you got in your jug there, buddy. I mean, it's a little clear, but I mean, you sure you're not drinking today?
I promise you guys, it is nothing but water. Water, guys. Calm down.
Boy, oh boy, talking about it's your Friday. I mean, that'll be a lot of alcohol to go down before the show. I mean, I'm just saying, it is what it is.
Like
if you guys
drink, but not that much, y'all. Calm down. My God.
Look, I'm kicking it over to not only talk about a little bit of look before we go into college and collegiate level things here. So, Cam, talking about the NFL, talking about going into this season, but who is your biggest disappointment this year? Like, looking at all these teams, all these signings, all these transfers happening. And I mean, we got like Rodgers going to the Jets. We got Josh Allen and the boys over there setting. We got Jordan Love trying to heat things up in Green Bay. I mean, we got your guys over there doing what they're trying to do. Dak Prescott hoping they have a job next season. Who's your biggest disappointment going into the season?
Honestly, I'm going with two teams. The Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets.
Agree.
So,
Agree.
For Dallas, this is the year. Like, y'all's window has slowly shut. This is y'all's year to lift that bad boy back up. This is the year to do it. It is. And again, I'm a Giants fan speaking realistically to y'all right now. Y'all have the defense that can win y'all a Super Bowl. Y'all have the weapons on offense that can win y'all a Super Bowl. Y'all have a coach who has won a Super Bowl. Hey, look, the recipe is there for success. But can your quarterback lead y'all? That's on y'all. And then for the Jets, I'm tired of hearing about him personally. I'm tired of Aaron Rodgers. I'm tired of him, bro. I am. I'm sick of it. We're not sitting here talking about the real New York football team. We're talking about those delusional Jets. Oh, look, I can spell Jets. Who cares? That nonsense over there in East Rutherford. But it's cool. Like I said, I just want them to understand that there is a lot of pressure in both the Jets locker room and the Cowboys locker room. It is. Aaron Rodgers ain't getting no younger. He turned 40 this year. He said he wants to keep playing for another 2, 3, 4 years. Great, fantastic. It sounds good on paper. It sounds good in the press. But if your offensive line got you running like Kyler Murray the entire time, I don't know what you're going to do. I don't. You can have the best weapons in the world. But if you can't get the ball to them because you only have a half a second in the pocket, you're in a tough division. The AFC East, they're not slouches. I mean, we can talk about the Patriots, yeah, but they still got Belichick's defense. The Miami Dolphins defense got a whole lot better. The Bills defense is not bad. They've consistently been top 5, top 10 since Josh Allen's been there. So
for sure.
They're going to have a little cakewalk like it was when he played for the Green Bay Slackers.
Hey, hold on. 1 second, Cam. Look, I'm not going to tolerate the disrespect from my Green Bay Packers. I mean, look, I do got to shout these folks out, though. Reed Murphy from 323 with Reed Murphy. Hey, look, I'm on their show, too. I mean, I'll be joining them, too. Where can you not find me? But Reed, boy, oh, boy, it's exciting. He's a Commanders fan, too. It's exciting seeing his show last week and being on that show about a week ago. I mean, seeing what they got going on and see those guys over there. I'm excited about their podcast starting back up for this Sunday hangover. I'm ready to get on there. I'm not going to have a hangover there, Reed, but I definitely going to say I look forward to talking sports with you guys. But no, Cam, I'm tired of your disrespect of my Green Bay Packers. I mean, do you want a cheesehead? I'll ship you one. I mean, hell, I'll bring it over because we're in the same damn city. I mean, I really don't care. The fact you talk about you act like your Giants are going to do anything, but we're not going to even go there. We're not going to go there. I'm going to go on script. I'm going to stay on script. No, I'm not going to do this, Cam. We're not going to do this today. We're not. No, we're not. No. But no, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you on the second time tonight. Besides, you talk about my Green Bay Packers and call them slackers. So that's not even a word. I don't know where you. I think something is in that gallon of whatever you got over there. That combination that you have mixed up. But look, I'm going to tell you this. I got the same conversation right here. I think the Jets. I don't like the Jets, but I think the Jets, and I will go with the damn Dallas Cowboys. They're a big mistake every time. But look, it's going to be also looking at Reed in the comments, talking about the faded football feeling. He talked about how we got to get back around. Not only that, we all get around at 6:45 every Sunday. That's what's going to happen every Sunday on the 323 Reed Murphy Show. We're going to be there, and TG's going to give his hellacious Reed, I'm going to do this for you. Delicious dimes. He loved that word, so we're going to use that in the show. We might be coming out with something there. But yeah, I think that kind of the biggest disappointment will be the Jets, and it will be the Dallas Cowboys every season. Their fans should just pack their stuff up and throw it back in the closet. Don't even iron it. I mean, just kind of do the look. Just do the flag fold and just throw it out. You ever heard about somebody burning something? Burn your gear. Burn it now. I mean, that's the best thing you can do. And Reed, let me know if you like this new microphone I got donated by the grandparents. I mean, this is fantastic. I have to give them shouts out every time. Mom, dad, grandparents, boy, oh boy, they sure help out a lot. I really appreciate them. But look, I'm going to get back into it, Cam. We're going to the collegiate realm here, talking about college football here. Boy, oh boy. And not only college football, I'm looking at, I see the ladies. I'm going to tell you this. Nebraska volleyball sets the world record for women sports attendance. Wow. Picture how many people were set in attendance for the volleyball match. I'm not taking anything from it because that's a special game too. I can go out there and hit a ball, but damn it, spiking and all that other stuff. Yeah, you got me. I'll be flagged up and thrown out the game. I mean, I can't do anything else. I don't know. Wait, whatever their penalties are called. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't even know what you guys' penalties are called, but I saw. Oh, yellow cards and red cards. Sorry for the disrespect to volleyball fans. But look, 92,003. 92K sitting in an arena. Imagine how loud that is to any other capacity. But we know volleyball has its own spikes. I mean, it's not just like the deal where you got all around this going on. Like you got football, it's kind of consistent cheers. But volleyball has the moments where, I mean, somebody scores or whatever. And it's just like, wow. I mean, what else can you ask for? But then also, look, Cam, Reed is going after you in this comments. I mean, boy, I'm going to have to bring him on the show one day. Well, he said he's loving the sound. I love the sound too. But he said, no. He's a Commander fan, but he's talking about your OBJ shirt. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, hey, Reed, he is a Giants fan. He might be still crying over the departure with Odell Beckham. But
never heard of him.
Oh my gosh. Hey, and look, even MPG's in the comments. I know he's going to probably say OBJ to the Ravens, and that was a good pick. I mean, that'll be some fire for Lamar. But Cam, I'm jumping into your conversation here. College football, big games coming out. I'm going to give you a little bit of games here before we turn it over for you to give me a breakdown of this. But we got games all across the boards, not only in the local area, but we got ODU versus Virginia Tech in Blacksburg. That'll go on sometime later in the week. But then talking about tonight's games, Cam, you might highlight this a little bit more. But Florida versus Utah. I mean, my God. Tell me a little bit about this game here, Cam.
Well, it is currently 7-0. I am ecstatic right now. It is a sold-out stadium in Utah. And them boys from Florida, they struggling. Offensively, they are struggling. But I checked the spread before the game came on, and the spread was roughly right at 4 points. So even the analysts think, like, this could be a really good game. I think that Florida will come out with the upset first of the season because we all know it's in the SEC. Georgia, Bama, LSU, Tennessee. I mean, look, the SEC runs college football. I hate to admit it, but they do. They just run college football. And for Florida to actually get a win against a ranked opponent this early in the season would be huge for that program and be a great jumpstart for their season because, realistically speaking, they had to replace a first-round quarterback. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
That's very hard to do.
Yeah.
But Utah, on the other hand, too, they got to replace a quarterback. They lost their quarterback and their tight end. So, I mean, they're looking good right now. They're looking good right now.
We sure will see. Look, I got to give another shout out here in the comments. Tony Cam, hey, this guy here, the man, the myth, the legend, he's been in radio and he's been around and acting. He's been kind of everywhere. He's back home in my hometown. Much kudos and much love to you. Anthony. Oh, man, his son, that guy is starting a preschool back home. He's helping the kids out. Teachable moments. If you're back home in Lynchburg and you're watching this podcast, go check it out because it's all about helping the next generation. Sometimes we help our own and we help our generation, but it's about helping the youth because the youth are the next level to what our future may hold. But then not only that, looking into this, I see some other people popping up. Hey, as your name pops up, I'll give you more and more things. Cam, I see some shocking stuff on your face. What's going on over there? Can you tell me something?
No, I'm just watching.
Look, I'm just as ecstatic today. I mean, Phil Harris, hey, what's going on, my guy? He's joined into the podcast. Not only that, looking at Saturday's games and games across the boards here, Colorado and TCU, Florida State versus LSU. I mean, looking at a ranked game, number 8 and number 5, and then North Carolina versus South Carolina. Cam, you can break down this as we got Duke and Clemson going at it. And no, we're not going to go jump there, Cam. We're not jumping the gun right now. But give me a little breakdown of college football week 1. Tell me a little bit about what you got going on.
Well, week 1 was, it's very important for these teams to come out swinging. You know, with Deion Sanders making that transition to Colorado, he did what he did at Jackson State. He did great things for the program. He did great things for HBCUs. However, money talk. I don't care what anybody says. If you're looking at me right now, you're like, you're working for who you work for. But if I offer you $8 million more, would you want to come work for me? Hell yeah! I'm packing my bag right now. I'm gone. Can't do that. But we need to understand too that Colorado had nothing. They won 1 game last year. They have one of the tougher schedules in the nation coming up. I'm not saying they won't sneak some wins in, but let's be realistic in regards to how we, I guess, judge this first year for Deion. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if that game is closer than what Vegas is calling. They got Colorado taking a 24-plus point loss right now. So I'm looking forward to 12 o'clock Saturday morning. I'm tuned in for that game. Tomorrow, UNC plays South Carolina. Drake May, ACC quarterback, he threw 40-plus touchdowns last year. He is a Heisman hopeful. Yes, I know. UNC quarterbacks should never be in the conversation for Heisman, but stats don't lie. You can't argue stats because of the school he goes to, point blank, period. He is possibly a Heisman hopeful with Caleb Williams out at University of Southern California. Big rivalry game, in my opinion, against the Carolinas. You got Spencer Rattler. I think this is his senior year. They did some big things last year. They upset us, and they upset Tennessee last year. Hey, they could make a splash this year, and I think UNC is ranked, and South Carolina is not. Upset alert. UNC may go down, but the game of the week, no, it's not my Clemson Tigers. It's that LSU Tigers and Florida State matchup at, I think it's what, 7:30?
I believe so.
Oh my God. Get y'all popcorn, get y'all chicken wings, pizza, burgers. Look, I'm telling y'all do not want to miss that game. Florida. First of all, LSU is a very good program. For this Florida State team this year, they have made so many improvements over the past 2 years alone. They may take the ACC away from us this year. I'm kind of nervous, to be honest with you. I'm serious. They are favored by actually we're favored, but they're like we're like at 110 plus to win. They're like 140. So it's neck and neck right now. Florida State, hey, if they beat LSU, I'm not going to be surprised. You heard it here first. It could happen. But of course, Monday night, 8:30. Them boys in Death Valley.
And look, hey guys, and welcome back to Goode Entertainment. Look, that was Cam's kind of corner. I don't really like what's going on, but MPG said don't sleep on the Georgia Bulldogs this season.
No one's sleeping on Georgia, but I can say this: it's very hard to repeat, but it's hard to repeat again. So
true.
I think Alabama will take it from them this year.
I was about to ask you. I didn't hear too much noise about Alabama, but can you give me some light on what the hell's going on in Alabama?
Saban is pissed. Saban is pissed because they have not made any noise since Georgia has been on this dominant run over the past 2-3 years. Saban's pissed. So do not count Alabama out. I promise you guys. Do not count. I think they got the offensive coordinator from Notre Dame down at Alabama now because Bill O'Brien left to go coach New England. Bill O'Brien was New England this year, and the OC from Notre Dame to Alabama. Do not be surprised if Alabama makes a lot of noise this year. It's still Bama, y'all. The historic value of Bama. We forget that they're still there because of what Georgia's doing now. Georgia's the power, and that's like every quote unquote dynasty. I'm not calling it a dynasty quite yet, but that's how teams fluctuate. Clemson, we were trash for years. Now we've risen.
Cam, we're not here for your TED Talk on Clemson. I know where you're going here, and I got to stop you. I was letting it go for a long time, and I kept on hearing Clemson. Did I mention that MPG said don't sleep on the Georgia Bulldogs? He didn't say Georgia Bulldogs and Clemson Tigers. He said Georgia Bulldogs.
Giving a great example because we were on.
No. I don't want to hear your lousy excuses for your Clemson Tigers. No. We were talking about Georgia Bulldogs, and we were talking about Alabama, and you come on here talking about some Clemson. When did I say Clemson? I didn't say anything about the Clemson. I did not. No, we're not doing that, Cam. I gotta shut you there. I gotta shut you down right there. Because the one thing I'm trying to figure out here is your lights keep flipping in the background, and then you got like this little cool little jug coming out that look like it might have something in it. I don't know what that may be having. Okay, Virginia ABC, can you go check them out? But I mean, I'm just saying, in the meantime, look. But I mean, I'm gonna tell you this. UVA. I got UVA fans, Cavaliers in the house. I'm a Tech fan. I don't really like UVA. I'm a Yankee fan, and I don't like the Red Sox either. I'm a Green Bay Packer, and I don't like the Vikings. But I mean, and hold on. What I was going to say? Well, I'm not going to give no more explanations here. I'm not going to do that to you. But UVA plays Tennessee. Mm-hmm. It'll be the first time that they will be back on the field since the tragic incident that happened that took a few lives of the football team in UVA. That, from many sources and many friends that I know that work within tickets of Tennessee, has said it's sold out, as Cam said it should be. But Cam, can you tell me a little bit about what's going to happen in this game?
Oh, yeah, easily. UVA will get washed. It's going to be a shellacking. It is. I mean, Tennessee is the number 12 team in the nation. UVA lost their quarterback. He transferred to North Carolina State. Honestly, I have UVA putting up 14 points. I have Tennessee scoring 45 points. It's not going to be remotely close. I'm being realistic with you. It's not going to be a good game at all. But this game, I'm not saying it doesn't have any value, but this is a non-conference game.
Yep.
So you take your lessons and you learn from your lessons from this game, because I promise you there will be a lot of mistakes made in this game. It will be. You transition to the following week, and then now you're looking toward ACC play. Then you take all the mistakes and the changes and whatnot, and go to the into ACC play and think, all right, it's time to get down and dirty. Nothing like an ACC game. But this weekend, it's going to be disgusting. It's going to be interesting. I promise. It's going to be interesting.
Now, I will say this: we got that coming around, but Virginia Tech and UVA play in UVA. I believe it's in the middle of November. We'll see that, but I wish that game would be a starter. I wish that would start the season, Cam. Like, imagine if we saw Tech and UVA.
Not the rivalry game.
I want the game to start out when everybody's fresh. Damn it! I want to see this come out and just be like, oh wow, boys come out to hit. I'm here. I'm really excited. I see some UVA fans in the crowd. They'll take. Oh well, UVA fans said they'll take the win, Cam. I don't know. But hey, look, no, we're not going to do that. We got Virginia Tech in the house too. And then over there at William and Mary, Andre Kendricks. Oh my goodness, Andre Kendricks' son, Deshaun Kendricks, scored a touchdown today. He's from the Lynchburg area, the 434. Good friend of the family. He's rocking and rolling over there at William and Mary, getting the job done. But then also, Cam, look, I gotta slide it back to you because it's about that time for Cam's Corner.
Well, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in to this week's edition of Cam's Corner. We're 2 weeks away from the Giants playing the Cowboys week 1. I believe we are in New York. I'm expecting a double. I'm going to just tell y'all right now. My boy Danny Dimes is looking good. A lot of people are sleeping on us now. We made some big-time moves, off-season moves. We got the quarterback. Well, we don't have a quarterback, but we got Saquon back. We had a weapon. Offensive line is looking better. The defensive line is looking very formidable. We made some trades. Secondary looking all right. Linebacker is looking better. We'll be fine, y'all. We can make the playoffs. We gonna be fine. The Clemson Tigers, hey, look. I'm not saying we're going undefeated, but if we go undefeated, look, I'm gonna be sitting back, sipping my Hennessy like, hey, Marcus. Baby, we undefeated, baby.
No, Cam. I gotta come into Cam's Corner because you know what would have been funny if that cap would have came off while you were talking. I'm not gonna lie, that would have been the moment. No, but I mean, I'm gonna digress. I digress, Cam. I digress.
And as well, if you need the meal preps, you can contact me via Instagram at Cam Be Prepping on Instagram for all meal prep needs. Just reach out to me. I'll take care of you. Trust and believe it. I'll take care of you.
I will tell you this: Cam will take care of you with Cam Be Prepping. Boy, oh boy, I've been over there and saw some of the food, and I probably tasted some of the food. But I mean, in the same sense as I follow him on Instagram, as we both do, but been longtime friends. But look at that Cam Be Prepping. You catch his Instagram story, boy, oh boy. I mean, if you're sitting at home and you only got a bag of chips, and they ain't talking about salt and vinegar by the Utz brand either, but I love those chips. Hey, Utz brand, if you ever want to come over and slide some salt and vinegar, come on my way, because boy, oh boy. Or if you got some Pringles, I love Pringles. Cam, you don't. But hey, if you like that, and you like a little bit of Gatorade, you come on by too, because I like to get hydrated. Vitamin water, yeah, I'm on your train too. But and a little bit of Snickers, because sometimes I need a little kick. But in the meantime, what kind of candy you follow? What kind of candy? Tell the world.
I don't do sweets, bro.
Well, then, Cam, they don't care about you either. Hey, folks, if you like a certain candy in the crowd, tell me what kind of candy you get. TG might send you some. I'm not for sure. But hey, anyways, Cam Be Prepping from Cam's Corner. Hey, if you haven't checked them out, check them out, because the food is good. I will tell you that. The food is good. And every time he puts some on his story, I'm not a stalker at all. No chance. But I mean, looking at his story, I'm like, look, man. Hey, Cam, can I get some of that? Well, I already sent it out. What you mean you already sent it out? You better cut a square out. Look, that's the customer. I don't care if it's the customer. Tell the customer that he got one less portion. I don't care. I need my food. Big cows need to eat too. But anyways, look, check out Cam's Corner. Check out Cam Be Prepping on IG. Follow TG on IG as well. Hey, we do a lot of things all over the place. Cam, gosh, you weightlift, you do everything. Everything, and then the food prep. And TG, you just follow TG everywhere because I'm all over the place. Hey, but again, guys, hey, Cam, do you have anything else you want to say? Because I'm going to let you say it. This is your time to shine. And I don't want to break down Cam's corner before I close out.
No, just everyone have a safe weekend. It's a long weekend. Just be smart with what you do and just be safe.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Well, that was Cam's corner. And hey, guys, look. Oh, well, Quincy's in here. Hey, look, long-term friend of my parents. Hey, look, much love to you. Much love to the people that stand in this podcast and watch, and much love to the people that come every single week and check us out. I will say, if you guys are watching, the individuals, ladies and gentlemen, please share this and get the word out to all social medias. You're not only here, you're on YouTube as well, and you can be found on LinkedIn and wherever podcasts are found. We're getting around. We're joining Spotify and Apple here shortly. I'm figuring that thing out. But guys, hey, you've been watching Goode Entertainment. Cam, with the plan is in that corner. Follow him on Cam Be Prepping on IG. I'm your host, Trust Goode. TG's in the house, and you can follow TG on IG, and you can send me also a friend request because I will follow you back, and I will accept your friend request, but don't be weird. And don't come with no Dallas Cowboys stuff. Much love to you, Dallas Cowboy fans. But look, hey, we covered a lot today. We covered the Vikings and TJ Hawkinson. We talked about Dallas Cowboys with Jerry Jones not consulting his team. We talked about Pittsburgh on a hot streak and will they stay hot? We talked about the Jets and the Buffalo Bills. How much would that game be consistent of a win for both teams? We talked about Nebraska's volleyball setting that record. And the biggest disappointment in NFL going into the league and going into the week one. And Cam and I both agreed to that about the Jets, and we agreed about also having those damn Dallas Cowboys. And then we ended with college football. And then look, Cam, I got to do this as I always do, but I'm going to tell you this. Find me next week, Tuesday, on another Sports View. You'll catch me Tuesday there. I think it's between 8 o'clock. If not, you'll see it on my Instagram and you'll see it on my Facebook. You'll catch us here next Thursday, and then you'll catch me on the Sunday Hangover starting, I think, next week or the week after at 6:30. Hey, guys, it's been a blast. Cam, look, much love to you as always. It's always good talking to you. We'll always be in touch. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining tonight. As always, it's been a blast being in front of you and then putting things on your table and then your plates through your screen. Thank you for joining Goode Entertainment. I'm saying good night. Be blessed. Save the rest, guys. We'll be back next Thursday, 7:30. Peace, guys.